the national government representatives here, led by the commissioner, and all our guests. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, my name is James Namati. I am the Speaker of Kakamega County Assembly. Sisi ndio tumefanya hii kazi mzuri yenye mnaona hapa. Kabla ya kupresent hawa wanaume na wanawake ambao ni wa tajriba ya juu, tulifanya kazi ya vetting na tulifanya na my team ambayo ni MCS. Ningependa wasimame tu ili waone. They are your leaders, you elected them, and they are here. Now, these men and women did a very good job in the name of vetting. You can sit down. They did a very good job in the name of vetting. Na hawa wenye tumeletea hapa leo ambao wameshika Biblia hawa, I tell you, this is a very good breed and it is going to give us results. Tumewapiga msasa, tukaenda mpaka kwa EACC kuona kama kuna uchafu wowote, akasema hakuna. Tukaenda KRA, kuna chochote? Hapana. Tukaenda health, wakasema wametosha, wamesoma ya kutosha. Mpaka tunaona wengine mpaka wako na PhD. Tumeona hiyo. That's what I mean achievement. Your Excellency Barasa and Your Excellency Savula, you have a good team and it is going to make you go far. So thank you very much for those remarks. Asante.
Asante wananchi wa Kakamega, simesikia confirmation from the speaker that we have a good team, quality material, rich CVs, in experience tena wanayo ili to deliver services to Kakamega people. Mimi na maneno matatu tu. First, I'll thank the Governor of Kakamega for a well-balanced cabinet. It reflects the diversity of Kakamega County. Ukiona watu wanasema Malaba hakuna mtu, simuona chief officers wawili kutoka Malaba, mumeona chief officers wawili kutoka Lugari, mumeona CEC kutoka Likuyani. Sasa which balance are you talking about? You be that should ujue balancing si siasa. Secondly, I would like to congratulate the CECs and chief officers who have been sworn in na wamepatiwa certificate of appointment. Kazi inaongojea hapa mbele. The outgoing CECs, thank you. Me and Honorable Barasa tulipata structures nzuri sana. The way the outgoing county secretary amesema, they have supported us and we held the first cabinet meeting under the leadership of Barasa kwa mikono ya former CECs. Thank you so much for the good work. Mimi ningependa kuwaambia hivi, the incoming CEOs and CECs, matters of politics, barua yote ikitoka kwa Senate, it should be addressed to the governor of the county government of Kakamega. The letter, don't respond to any letter from any senator, including the Senate of Kakamega, if the letter is not addressed to the county governor of Kakamega. The buck stops with him. And any letter from the Senate must be signed by the clerk of the Senate. Senator wote tu asikuandikie barua. Mimi nimekuwa mjumbe 10 years. I know the CEO of the Senate is the clerk of the Senate. Ukiandikia barua na senator kutoka kule Nairobi, as a chief officer, as a CC, rarua hiyo barua. Haina maana yote. The letter must come from the clerk of the Senate and addressed to the governor of the county government of Kakamega. Period. Hii mchezo ingine hapa tutalimana sawa sawa, kwa sababu nataka tufanye kazi, hatutaki makelele. Tumekubaliana hapo? Mko na mimi hapo? Mwisho kabisa, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya atakuwa hapa kuanzia kesho. He will be received officially by the governor of Kakamega. and the MPs na viongozi MCAs wa hapa Kakamega. Me and Mheshimiwa Barasa, we shall collaborate with the national government under the leadership of William Samoei Ruto. For the following reason: Barasa is in the executive, I'm in the executive, Ruto is in the executive, and his deputy are in the executive. Sisi watu wa kupiga kelele. We have national projects here. Level 6 hospital yenye iko hapa Kakamega is supposed to be run by a national government. We want funds to finish that hospital. We want to collaborate with the county government to tap, the national government to tap into the 85% remaining hapo huku juu, tuletee watu wetu hapa chini. The CEO of the county will give us direction on how we receive the president. Lakini prepare kukaribisha rais wa Jamhuri Kenya. Sawa sawa. Kwa hayo mengi sana, I take this opportunity to welcome the governor of Kakamega County. Wote tusimame tukaribishe His Excellency FCPA Fernandez Barasa. Mungu awabariki.
Okay. The Deputy Governor of Kakamega County, Mheshimiwa Ayubu Savula, National Government that is represented by the Acting County Commissioner, the Right Honorable Speaker of Kakamega County Assembly, Mheshimiwa Namati, the entire House leadership and members of the County Assembly, the just sworn-in members of the County Executive, members of the former County Executive Committee present, County Secretary and Head of Public Service, the Chairperson, County Public Service Board, and board members, the County Attorney, the Clerk of the County Assembly, the Chief of Staff, advisors to the Governor who are present here today, heads of county agencies, the clergy, family members, and friends of the newly sworn-in County Executive Committee officers, all invited guests, the staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Kabla sijanena hotuba yangu rasmi, kwanza kabisa nachukua nafasi hii washukuru sana wana Kakamega. Najua tuko hapa watu kutoka tabaka mbalimbali, na pia najua tuko na marafiki wetu kutoka sehemu mbalimbali. Mimi kama gavana wenyu nachukua fursa hii kuwashukuru sana kwa ule uamuzi ambao mlifanya tarehe 29 mwezi wa 8 kwa kusema ya kwamba mnataka viongozi bora na sio bora viongozi. Kazi ambayo mlifanya, mmeona Kakamega County sasa iko kwa mikono ya watu ambao ni watenda kazi, na mimi kama gavana wenyu nitakuwa gavana wa kila mtu. Sitaelekea kila wakati mrengo wote, kwa sababu as a governor my aim is to unite the people of Kakamega. Kwa hivyo I will be the governor of every Kakamega resident. Vile deputy amesema, sisi kama gatuzi la Kakamega lazima tushirikiane na serikali kuu. Ndiposa juzi nilikuwa na mkutano na rais wetu ambaye ni Dr. William Ruto kujadili mambo ya ujenzi na mambo ya maendeleo. Sio ya kwamba mimi sasa nimetoka kwa mrengo wa Azimio. Mambo ya kushirikiana na serikali kuu ni muhimu sana ili tulete maendeleo hapa. na kesho tutakuwa na mgeni mashauri ambaye ni rais wetu wa Kenya Dr. William Ruto, ambaye atakuwa anazuru Kakamega County kwa siku mbili, kesho na siku ya Ijumaa. Kwa hivyo nachukua wakati huu wakaribisheni nyinyi wote mmoja kwa wingi ili tumkaribishe rais wetu ambaye ni Dr. William Ruto. Kwa machache niruhusu sasa nitoe hotuba yangu kwa lugha ya Kiingereza. It's now my great pleasure to preside over this important ceremony that marks the end of a long and meticulous process of identifying, shortlisting, interviewing, and vetting a new team of Kakamega County executives who have now been fully and formally sworn into office. I sincerely hope that the new team will blend in well with their colleagues in the civil service, both at the national and the county levels, as well as other non-state stakeholders in delivering quality services to the citizens of the great county of Kakamega, the Green Jewel. Let me at this juncture take this opportunity to congratulate all officers who have taken oath on your new appointments after successfully going through the due process in line with the requirements of the Constitution and relevant laws governing appointments to public office. To the entire County Assembly, I want to thank you for the thorough vetting exercise which you conducted on individual nominees within a relatively short time, ensuring that we now have a team that can deliver on my agenda for the people of Kakamega under the new administration. I also want to thank the special selection panel that comprises of professionals from various fields, not limited to human resource, economics, engineering, technology, agriculture, education, architecture, environment, among others, for burning the midnight oil during the entire recruitment process that involves shortlisting, interviewing, and selection, and finally presenting a list of successful candidates for the position of County Executive Committee members. My gratitude also goes to the County Public Service Board for ensuring a well-coordinated recruitment process for the chief officers. Special thanks goes to all those individuals who are involved at whichever level, either directly or indirectly, to ensure successful recruitment and vetting process of these officers. I am well informed that all the legal requirements for the individuals to assume public office were duly followed. This included wisely advertisement of the county executive vacancies in national dailies and on the official county official website, shortlisting, conducting interviews, and carrying out selection exercises diligently in accordance with the provision of Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity. Also referred to Articles 10 and 232 of the Constitution, which provides for principles of good governance and values and principles of public service, respectively. I wish to confirm to members of the public that in these appointments, we put into consideration the principles of equity, fair distribution, regional balance, gender, age, and persons with disability. Ladies and gentlemen, as I pointed out recently, when I first unveiled the list of the county executive nominees, I would like to once again thank all the applicants and the people of Kakamega County at large for your patience as the process appeared to take longer than anticipated. We took great care to ensure that our actions were in compliance with the law for a smooth transition between the outgoing and the incoming County Executive Committee. I am pleased to note that we successfully navigated the transition period without causing unnecessary disruptions in government operations and service delivery. I am confident that as the new team prepares to take over, there will be no incident of impediments to service delivery. A lot of efforts have been put in place to ensure outstanding audit cases, pending bills, and other administrative issues get addressed appropriately by the incoming officers, as this is a continuous exercise in all governments. I expect comprehensive handover reports from the exiting executive committee members so as to facilitate a seamless transition. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very grateful to the former administration, led by His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Wycliffe Oparanya, for establishing a solid foundation upon which the new team begins its tenure. My sincere appreciation goes to the entire Executive Committee for ensuring a successful assumption of office 3 months ago. To the new team, which includes my advisors who are present here today, as much as the process of coming into government appears to have been strenuous, this will turn out to be the key of your initiation into a much senior responsibilities in the public service subject to your performance. A great American leader, Abraham Lincoln, once said, and I quote, "If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend 6 hours sharpening my axe." My administration will be focusing on efficient service delivery of our mandates by not working hard, but working smart. That is the only way through which we can improve on our efficiency. Ladies and gentlemen, serving the public calls for heavy personal sacrifice. As you are all aware, the expectations of the county citizens and all the stakeholders are very high. You will be called upon to work persistently for long hours, away from your comfort, your homes and family, and more often than not, without compensation. This, nevertheless, is to be expected of you, given your senior positions in government. Let me draw your attention right from the onset to the fact that I will not, and it will not be a walk in the park for us to improve the quality of life for the people of Kakamega. Within strict timelines, particularly taking into consideration the county's untenable situation with regards to water supply and sanitation, food security, health services, education, inadequate infrastructure, high rate of unemployment, among others. You will be required to embark on the task of delivering the pledges I made to the people of Kakamega County in my election manifesto right from the word go. In my manifesto, I articulated my slogan of Maendeleo na Usawa. The key pillars of this transformation agenda are very critical in jumpstarting the huge untapped potential of our economy. In summary, please take the following deliverables expected of my administration by the people of Kakamega County. Number 1, we have to transform the agricultural sector and improve productivity, promote diversification, and ultimately increase farmers' incomes. Number 2, we have a task to actualize our robust program to improve the county's road network, including construction of bridges to achieve intra and inter-county connectivity to great access to markets and other public institutions and attract investments. Number 3, constitutionally, our people are entitled to easy access to clean, potable, and safe drinking water. To this end, my pillar statement of water at the doorstep, Amazi Muriango, must seek to increase water supply, reduce wastage, and expand coverage to over 70% of households. We have approximately 280,000 households within Kakamega County. On matters health, it's my desire to overhaul the county's health services to ensure our citizens access affordable and high-quality preventive and curative health services. The Kakamega Teaching and Referral Level 6 Hospital, whose completion and operationalization process through the public-private partnership is on course, will mark a positive turning point for the county's universal health care, as well as also revenue and employment opportunities. Similarly, such iconic projects like the ongoing Bukongo Stadium and others will be completed during my tenure as your governor. The county education sector must improve the infrastructure in all our ECD and county polytechnics to ensure proper equipping of our children and trainees respectively with required contemporary knowledge and skills to make them globally competitive. Number 5, the Internet of Things has opened up new horizons to boost operational efficiency and our capacity to drive national and county economic agenda. Hence, we must accelerate the development and application of ICT tools to support the reduce wastage and leakages of all source revenue, among other expenses. This will be achieved through the enhancement of the e-citizen platform to enable businessmen and residents across the county access government services online through a cashless system. We shall also embark on ambitious county connectivity projects which will transform Kakamega County into a smart county with enhanced digital connectivity in all our 12 sub-counties, high digital literacy among citizens, and improved efficiency in delivery of government services. Our county is endowed with plenty of natural resources, unique culture, art and talents, and a huge population that guarantees immediate market for our goods and services. It is therefore a responsibility to create a conducive and competitive environment for investments and businesses to grow so as to create more employment opportunities and eradicate poverty as articulated in the agenda on wealth creation. On empowerment of youth, women, and persons with disability, my government plans to provide a framework for engaging our people in activities and projects that equip them with current physiological, social, and economic developmental skills. The county government Microfinance Corporation Agency will assist small and medium enterprise traders to boost their businesses through a provision of affordable credits. These will increase incomes and create more employment opportunities for our young people. The need to embrace the evolution and strengthen its structures to enable our citizens to reap maximum benefits is crucial under the government on good governance as a pillar, which I highlighted earlier. This will particularly be realized through development forums at annual county leaders conventions to ensure a well-coordinated project implementation plan for the county, including ward-based projects to be implemented through various departments. My commitment is to ensure that we have equitable distribution of projects cannot be gainsaid. While we shall have a special day for the annual county prayers, we must resist the demons of corruption and other satanic temptations that may come your way in the line. I wish to state here categorically that my government and I want to state my government will be zero tolerance to corruption. I will not hesitate to dismiss any person found culpable of corrupt practices, and we shall further criminal and or civil proceedings against such persons. To this end, you must adhere to the principles of good governance as enshrined in our Constitution, the Public Officers Ethics Act 2003, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, as well as Leadership and Integrity Act 2012 and the Code of Conduct and Ethics, which we have just committed to. The government will also deploy an electronic project monitoring system which will capture progress in project implementation, and this will reduce the high incidence of stalled and or incomplete or poor quality projects. We will adopt a value for money approach in the implementation of county projects, which will reduce widespread practice of inflated bills of quantities and collision between contractors and some unscrupulous government offices. I will personally ensure that corrupt and dishonest officers are promptly relieved of their duties to save the government revenue and safeguard the image of the civil service. Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on the journey to transform our county, some of our thorny challenges include delayed funding from the National Treasury, which seriously undermines project takeoff and completion. Today, counties are in arrears of 90 billion Kenya shillings, being disbursements for the month of October, November, and December. Many contractors face bankruptcy as the list of abandoned or delayed projects gets longer by the day, affecting service delivery, hence the suffering of the common mwananchi in all the 47 counties. As the chairperson, Finance, Planning, and Economic Affairs Committee at the Council of Governors, I call upon the national government to expedite the transfer of the county's equitable share without undue delay pursuant to Article 213 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, rampant corruption, as alluded to above, is another problem that, if not stemmed right now, will bring most of you to your knees and with traded names and destroyed careers. I wish to reiterate the position of my administration's zero tolerance to corruption. This unethical behavior must be rooted out of our system. Other challenges which are going to affect our development include weak human resource capacity, and one of the critical development agenda that is funding in our government. I direct the County Public Service Board and the Department of Public Service and County Administration to quickly address, to ensure effective and efficient delivery of the services to the people of Kakamega County. Lack of clear policies, relevant regulations, and strategic plans to guide department operations should also be addressed immediately. Poor attitude and dishonesty among the staff and inability to clear audit issues due to poor record keeping, and to this end, I direct personal attention and involvement of the executive in addressing individual departmental audit queries without delegating entirely such responsibilities to junior officers. You must be present during and even after the audits, during and even the exit meetings. You must participate as executive committee member. Ladies and gentlemen, on the county's own source revenue, it is unfortunate to note that Kakamega County has the most porous revenue collection system. Instead of collecting our potential of almost 5 billion Kenya shillings, our collection is very low, below this target, and this is caused by the revenue leakages, corruption, and revenue cartels, among others. I therefore direct the CE's member in charge of finance and the CEO of the County Revenue Agency to ensure that we collect our revenue and even surpass our potential of more than 3 billion Kenya shillings. This means that you have a youth potential that we are not realizing, and some partly due to revenue leakages and unscrupulous staff working in the hotels.